My name is Clarence Ferguson, formerly known as Dante. The pieces that will be entering to the film fest would be Slighted, a documentary on Marianne Beezer. Her senior thesis called Slighted. I will also be entering a piece called Urban, which is pretty much like a journal entry. One day I went out, just felt like shooting, and something how I seen different people's walk in life. The most pieces that I'm proud of would be my urban piece. It says a lot. It has a message about everyone's walk. Everyone's walk isn't the same. And that's just something I went out one day, I felt like shooting, and I just simply went out and I shot. I wanted to be how it is when you go to the movies. I know it's gonna be a while for me to get there, but that's my ultimate goal, to get it how it is in the movies, to have you into it, to have you not wanting to go use the restroom, because if you use the restroom, oh man, I missed it, I just paid for it, I don't want to miss this part. Yeah, that's how I want my films to be. This is a time where everybody can come to the same area, the same place, and show what they've been working on behind closed doors. And if they have been working, or if they've been just blowing gas about it.
Alright, my name is Ariana Knight, and I'm entering Where's My Music. I was the director of photography, and I also edited most of the movie. So had a great team to work with. My producer was Malik Hobson. Very involved in the process. Where's My Music is about like a young man who's a poet who runs into a situation where his past kind of comes into his present because of a situation with his mother. Film Fest is an amazing thing. I just say be well prepared. If you're going to enter the Film Fest, be prepared, because a lot of the things that come are in pre-production. So if you don't have your pre-production done, then production and post is going to be pretty tough. So it's like, have your stuff together before the deadline, make sure that everything is in, and you should have a good experience with the Film Fest. So
my name's Ray Williams, and I'm entering Scalawag and a short doc on skating downtown with Truetail Studios.
Perhaps it's forgotten, the things that I've lost.
Scalawag is about a man who has to really come to terms with making the right choice. He decided to fight for the Union during the Civil War, but that was a lot more sacrifice than he expected, and he has to come to terms with that in a pretty bitter, pretty violent way. There seems to be a lot of segregation and a lot of racial charging here in Savannah as a whole, and there's not a lot of a conversation, so I wanted to produce something that will, have us ask questions and start talking about it, because as we've seen with some of the Donald Trump protests and just with this whole election, racism is still definitely out there, and there's, two parts to it. There's a conversation on both sides.
There's a strange art to film, not only in putting things on the screen, but the relationships that it builds between the audience and the filmmakers. The importance of knowing your technical tool is the will to learn and the will to actually want to know these things. So I'm not going to say necessarily when we got these things that we knew that we did not master the whole technique of using these things, but we wanted to learn them, and we took the time with them and we explored them. I think the whole process was just fun. Just creating these things has been just a very, very exciting process.